All right. So I'll give you the mic and then you'll introduce yourself. And then after you introduce yourself, the question I'd like you to answer is, in your group, you had the conversation, impeachment. I know that's a hot topic right now. What then? What is the takeaway? What is the role of young people, yourself and us in all of these things? In all of these processes, what can we do? What can you do? So the main question I'm asking, what is the next step? And even as they are answering that question, be thinking about that yourself. I'll go around and pick 2 or 3 people who will tell me what their next step is. So I want to start with ladies first. All right, just go that way and then you'll answer the question and then we'll continue from there.
Say my name first.
Yes. No, just say your name and then
what next?
What next?
Hi guys. Hey, namnaka fiti. Naitwa Selina Chieng. But my nickname is Achichi. I prefer kuitwa Achichi sana sana. Ina sound anyways. We as a group we were discussing about public participation. So our key takeaway was it is very important for us to participate in the forums. Hapo ndo kwenye utajua vitu gani zenye zinapitishwa, ni gani zenye wanataka kupitisha huko chini ya maji. Because now you see, saa ingine tunakuja kujua vitu kama ziko too late. So even if you give your opinion, it won't matter. But if you're constant with the process, you have a way out hapo katikati. You can do something, like you can make changes hapo katikati. So it is our constitutional right to participate in the forums of public participations, and it is very important as citizens to participate. Yes.
Hi guys, I am Washira Celine. For me, napenda kuitwa Celine. She likes Achichi, I like Celine, or just Wanji, it's also good. So, Sisi, we were discussing about the law-making process and also public participation, as in ikiwa the whole topic, both of them. So, kitunya tume take away from that session is that sisi kama youth tunafaa ku eliminate the thought that parliament is above the law, the president is above the law, that tunye tunachagua they are kind of above the law. We should eliminate that thought, and sisi kama youth tunafaa ku take the initiative. Okay, tunafaa ku take the initiative kama ni kwenda kupeleka your petitions to parliament, because remember you can take your petitions. See only the MPs and the senators that are taking the petitions. Even sisi tunaweza take the petitions because we are also citizens and power belongs to the citizens. Okay, so other than that, another thing during public participation, like when umetumiwa an email ama unajua kwenye hizo letters zinapelekwa, just make sure umepeleka letter, even if tunaona that the MPs are not considering our thoughts. When someone takes, after maybe like the finance bill venye ilipitishwa and maybe someone wanted to take it to court, venye angepeleka court angeulizwa, why is the evidence that the people say that they do not want this finance bill? So make sure you participate during the public participation, ili as much as the MPs won't consider it, the court will consider it. So let us participate and let us eliminate the thought that sisi kama youth we cannot make any change. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gina Nguyo. Yes, Gina ni Gina, and group yangu we talked about the budget making process and also the participation process. First of all, we were encouraged to take part in any kind of public participation because, first of all, our views are very, very important. In as much as most of the time we as citizens see ati maybe hata nikienda nipeane opinion yangu itasikizwa. Your opinion is very important, and every single opinion is documented for the purposes of for the purposes of auditing. And we were also told to make sure we like get the audits for the budgets yetu ya county. In your specific county, whether Nairobi, Mombasa, Machakos, in whichever county you're in, make sure ukona the audit. Yeah, uone how was this, how are the funds used in my county, and pia be bold enough to like ask questions. Penye unaona tu this doesn't make sense, ask. And something else that we were told to be very responsible citizens. And it's very hard to be a responsible citizen, but this first step that you have taken to sit down and be taught and learn is a very good one. So going forward, wacha isikue kenye umelearn hapa ikuwe a waste of time. And venye alikuwa amesema, she had mentioned something about the court. Whatever view you give, ama whatever opinion you give, ndio itatumika in court to determine whether whatever the general auditor alikuwa nayo kama it's based on evidence. And yes, the court also has it determines the threshold of whatever thing ama whatever motion imeletwa koti. When I say threshold, namaanisha does it have purpose, does it have meaning? So yes, be part of the critical mass enye itaenda koti, iparticipate, iseme yes we said we want schools, yes we said we want clean water, and our MP amefanya hivi na hivi, and yes, this is the way we want things to be done. So yes, be a very responsible citizen, play your part, and kidogo pale faith in our government. I won't talk about that, but yes, thank you.
Good afternoon. God is good and all the time. Yeah, my name is KK. Doesn't mean Kenya Kwanza. KK stands for karaoke. And I'm from Meru. I'm from Meru, and in an institution where, you know, when you hear Meru, the thing that comes in your mind is Miraa. So I'm in an institution where we are doing research on Miraa, wine and juice. So that's Meru University. So thank you very much. Apart from that, we are in group 4. We've talked about youth participation in all the government processes. So why participate? Simply because, for lack of a better word, we are the majority, or the largest population in our nation is the young people or the youth. Taking a scenario from the life expectancy of an African man or an African person or a descendant is about 72 years. So if you are 20s and 30s, that means, God willing or in good faith, you have about 50 more years to live. So if we have those people, our politicians, or most of them are old people, and if they are making decisions for us, we are the people whom the decisions will impact most, because apparently we have more time than them. So we should participate in advocacy. And then the biggest tool we have in our disposition is our social media. How do we use our social media as youth in advocacy? Advocacy and criticism against all 4 good decisions and good governance. So that's our takeaway point. We should participate entirely, because anything that is against us is not for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. All right. On that last point that you made on social media and advocacy, how do you think young people can use the digital platforms that they have to ensure that their message is actually received and received well? So I want maybe Gina to answer that question, and then I'll put that question to the audience. So we have a few more minutes. So how can we use digital platforms?
Personally, what was mentioned in our group was that if this audit zingeweza kutumwa around social media, like whether it's Twitter, WhatsApp channels, WhatsApp groups, Instagram, it will be easier for us to know what's going on in the country, because this generation is really centered in social media and around social media. So when we take social media as a really big platform as it is, to use it for advocacy, it can be for very big benefit, mostly for young people, for Gen Zs and Gen Alpha. And so my okay, let me call it my parting shot, is if only the government could use social media to pass information, to public information or public notifications, it will be much easier to get our opinions and to give us a platform to even participate in this government that we are trying to correct.
Yes.
So my parting shot, now before even we go to criticizing the government, we should know about the forums that are there in the government that can help us. Probably we have an initiative known as the Youth Enterprise Development Fund. That money is there for people who has ideas. Go with a business proposal in your county government, and then with a serious proposal, you get funding as a loan. Then you pay with a little interest because you are a youth. So it's no longer us being the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of now. And the sky is no longer the limit. The sky is just a fueling station. Thank you very much. KK Victor from Meru.
Thank you very much, KK Victor. Gina.
So I remember during Maandamano, we used to say Gen Zs is a movement that has no tribe. It's also leaderless. Considering this is a leadership forum, in as much as we're saying we're leaderless, are you like a leader enough to lead yourself? If you're a leader enough to lead yourself, you should know what's good for you, what's not good for you, what's my right, what's not my right. Is the person that I am giving the right to lead me worthy of that right? Get? So yeah, that's basically my parting shot. Are you a leader enough to lead yourself? Thank you. Jina Nguyo, Jina ni Jina.
Hatutasahau hiyo. Thank you so much.
So my parting shot is, okay, as much as you lead yourself, also lead others. Civic education, guys, because yes, sisi tumejua kuna hizi processes, kuna hizi participation, kuna petitions, but what about the others? Let's not be ile Kenya kitambo enye, we just follow a leader just because he's from our ethnic group. Let's go and educate our parents, people from our villages, people from our schools, like tukue like with one focus, like sisi wote tunajua nini tunatafuta na nini tunataka. Celine Washira, KU chapter.
Thank you so much, Celine. Amesema civic education, guys.
Wameshasema everything. Hey. Ilikuwa niseme civic education. Because because I believe that it is good to teach others also, like share information with others so that tuweze kuparticipate fully, na tunajua ni nini tunaparticipate anyways. So I think ndamaliza na hiyo civic education. Ndamaliza na on Thursday kutakuwa na public participation kwa Senate ya financial bill something. Yeah. So if mtakuwa willing kuenda, fika hapo kwa Senate and upatiane views zako kuhusu the bill. Achichi, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Let's give them all a round of applause.